Hello, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be able to greet you, albeit in this increasingly familiar but still rather strange way in these times by recorded greeting. My name's David Pickin, and if we haven't met, I'm the Archdeacon of Lancaster. And today, more relevantly, I'm contacting you because I am the chair of the Diocesan Board of Education and the person within the leadership team in the diocese who works with Stephen Whitaker and others in leading on our work amongst children and young people as part of Vision 2026. And this message really is just to say an enormous thank you at the end of what's been the most extraordinary year. We really are very, very grateful for your dedication, your commitment, your hard work, whether you're a head teacher, another staff member in some way within a school, be it teacher, support staff or whatever, and our governors as well. We really are enormously grateful, particularly to chair as governors. You've borne an enormous burden over recent months, and we've heard so many good stories of the way in which you've responded with real agility of purpose and mind.
Hello, my name's Stephen Whitaker, and my role is Director of Education for Blackburn Diocese. Lots of you will know me, I'm sure, and I've been to see many of you, but sadly not over the last few months. And I thought we'd be good to take a moment just to speak to you after what has been a challenging year, and just share a little bit of a thought, but most importantly to share my thanks and gratitude on behalf of the diocese, the bishop, and you'll have already seen Archdeacon David, just to say a big thank you for all your work. Who'd have thought at the beginning of this year that we would be facing what we've been facing? Who'd have thought that I'd be sending you a video message? Who'd have thought that you'd have had very few children in your school and you'd have been taping the floors? Who'd have thought that all the things that have happened since March would have happened? Who'd have thought you'd have read hundreds of pages of guidance from the DFE? Well, maybe you would have done anyway, but much more difficult at the moment. And as you all seek to grapple with those challenges of how to look after children and how to keep them safe and how to reintegrate them and give them a quality of education, I just wanted to take a moment at the end of the year to say thank you, really. I don't really have any idea how you have managed to get your head around all of that information, how you've managed to implement that, and how you've managed to deliver so effectively for your children. There are so many stories across the diocese from different schools, just stories of joy and happiness, stories of teachers, head teachers, support staff, all of whom have encouraged their families, supported their families, been there for their families. And I think it's a real testament to our church school community that the church schools have stood out significantly as schools who have just given that extra little bit, gone that extra mile in sharing some love and seeking to transform their communities. So I thought, well, normally at the end of the year, I would send you just a bit of thought. And I was thinking about what might be a good reflection, what might be a good verse to share with you. And the one that came to mind this morning as I was thinking about creating this video is a verse from Matthew 11, verse 28. And let me just read that to you. It would be good to just get it direct from the text. So it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Of course, it's a passage that many of you will know. You'll know it very well. And it was something that just popped into my head because I know it well. And I thought, actually, as I picture all of you out there working hard, I just thought, as we get to the end of the summer break, undoubtedly you are weary and heavy laden. There's been a lot to carry. And I thought, well, it's good to remember that actually Jesus gives us a very clear instruction to come to him. And so I kind of thought, well, it would be good to remind you of that. And as you break up for the summer, and hopefully you will get some rest and you will get some downtime, perhaps there's a chance to return to him and to spend time with him. And in doing so, find rest for your souls. And I just hope that you'll take that passage, perhaps just have a little read, remind yourself that it is hard, actually, and it's difficult to be in charge of a school. It's difficult to lead in a school, and at this time it's been particularly difficult, and it takes its toll. You're dealing with people, you're dealing with emotions, and you need time to refresh. So turn back to Jesus and just immerse yourself in him and find rest for your souls. And I pray that you will have that rest, that you will find that peace, and that you will have a wonderful break through the summer, ready to start again in September, and who knows what that will bring. But my prayer for you is rest for your souls, and a little bit of rest from the weariness during this summertime. Enjoy it, have a good break, and we will see you for a fresh start in September.
Hello, I'd just like to add my thanks to those of Archdeacon Davids and Stevens, to you all for everything that you have done to support our schools over the last few months. And in particular, I'd like to say a huge thank you to our governors and our governing boards, and particularly to our chairs of governors, who have supported our schools incredibly through this period. Doing things that they would never ever have expected to have to do. The way that they have arranged governance in terms of going online and having Zoom meetings for discussing those things that are absolutely crucial to be discussed. But most of all, just in the way that they have supported head teachers. They have been there, they have helped them go through the guidance, they have helped them determine what is the right thing to do for the school, and then have supported the school, the staff and the community in doing that. And I know that has been tiring, I know that has been exhausting, I know that has meant lots of extra meetings and extra conversations, and I can just say thank you so much for doing that. It is so much appreciated by us in the Board of Education, it is so much appreciated by your schools, and I know it's so much appreciated by the parents and the children who have continued to have an education and have continued to feel supported and loved by their school community. So thank you.